Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Super Sudokoid, where we've been slowly expanding and exploring these 3 grids, I guess 4 grids or so. So we've got a bunch of places to look, but the place where we filled in last time is that I put a 1 on a white dot next to something that must be a 2. So we're going to start there this time. We know what arrows are. So we know that this cell is a 7, 8, or 9, and we also know what German whispers are. So we know that this digit must be a 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's not a 1 because it's on an arrow with a 2 on it, and it's not a 4 because that would put 2 9s in the box. So actually this is a 3 and a 1. This is therefore an 8 or a 9, and that's an 8 or a 9. And this is a 2 or a 4. However, it can't actually be a 2 because that would make this 1, 1, which I can't do because of that. So this is actually a 4, which makes that the 9 and that the 8, which does not see this cell, no matter how many times I try to make it see that cell. And we've now filled in an equipment cell, so that means we're going to learn a new rule as well as a new lore. You discover a research station. Geological surface scans show an intricate network of heat vents. You copy their thermal mappings, indicating how to ride the updrafts from these inverse thermometers, as the researchers seem to call them. Heat vents are inverse thermometers. Why? Why? Please do not invent thermometers but backwards. Thermometers but backwards are just thermometers that you're just screwing with people for no reason. Anyway, though, we can handle inverse thermometers, although I suppose that might not be incredibly... Why is this thing showing about barriers? What did I... Anyway, I don't think the thing about barriers is something I was actually supposed to have clicked, but I don't actually know. Anyway, this is a thing that goes on an arrow with something that adds to 4. So it's got to be 1, 2, or 3, and it can't be 1 or 3. So it's a 2, making that also a 2. Now, I can't go 1 here because then I'd have to go 0 here. So this has actually got to go up. And so that's a 5. We can use the inverse thermo thing in a minute, but I'm just finishing things that we know are true in this puzzle. Okay, what is left in this row? 1, 6, 7, 8. So this is a 1, 6, 7, or 8. Is what we know. So it gets copied. Yeah, this 4 is okay to be that 4 because of how these weird rules work. Okay, I think... I mean, I can write down that I know that this is like at most a 5, and this is at most a 4, and this is at most a 3. Just based on thermo stuff, but I will await that. But I think we can probably do better by coming back over into this grid now, which has a bunch of these thermometers. And so this number has to go down. So sort of the maximum we could do is that. And we actually have to do that because if I put a 1 here, I've now broken the puzzle because of this string of white dots. So actually, we've got that, which makes that a 1. That's also a 1 because it's next to 2 and it's not a 3. I haven't screwed up anything recently, right? 7, 6, 5 is the maximum that these can be, but then this is, on the other hand, at least a 4, so this is at least a 5, so this is at least a 6. This is part of the grid. It's not purple. This digit is at least 2. Yes, there's white dots across here. This can't be a 4 because 4 would go next to 3 and 5, but there's already a 3 in the row. So actually this has to be a 5, 6, 7. 7 is next to 6 and 8, but this has to be a... Uh-oh. How did I screw this up? Oh, I see what I did. Wait, do I? Have I already screwed it up? No. So this has to be 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's because wait, no, this can't be 7, 6, 5, and it can't be. What have I screwed up? How does this not work? Why does it think this is right? Oh, it's the purple thing again. This is not part of the box. So this is allowed to be an 8, which means that this boss cell here is a 9. There we go. Okay. So now we have a boss available for this puzzle. I can go ahead and fill in before we go to do that these are 4, 6. So therefore, in this row, where does the 7 go? It goes there. Makes these an 8, 9 pair. This pair actually is not from 4, 5, 6, and it's not from 8 or 9, so it's not 7 either. So these are from 1, 2, 3, and definitely include a 2, funnily enough. This is not a 1. I don't think that's super helpful. Yeah, we probably have to do the boss puzzle next. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can fill in here. I don't think so. Like these are super restricted, but I don't think it's very useful. Like these are certainly from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they're not 3 because there's a 3 looking across. That one's not 2 because there's a 2 looking down. You spot enemies. A search party is combing the volcano slopes, looking for you, no doubt. They still haven't spotted you, which means you have the advantage. Time to test the missile launcher in actual battle. Place the digits 1 through 9 in each row, column, and box. Digits increase along the gray thermometers. For God's sake. Anyway, digits along an arrow sum to the value in the circle. Cells with blue aliens are enemies. Take them out. You can't allow them to dodge your missiles. Make sure anti-night rules apply to all enemies. Digits in enemy cells can't repeat in any cells. A chest knight's move away. Okay. So let's see. This is a 9 long thermometer. No, this is an 8 long thermometer. I can count, I swear. So that means everything along here looks like that. And then this is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also an 8 long thermometer, so we get to do exactly the same thing. Okay, and now that 8, 9 pair tells me that that was the 7, which then percolates backwards like that, which now makes that an 8. Now 8 only has a 9 after it. 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that gives me a bunch of good stuff here. Let's see. So where is there an arrow that sees a bunch of these? Okay, well, this digit is now a 6. There you go. That's the right one. How do I know this digit's a 6? Because these 3 digits sum to a minimum of 6. And this digit is known not to be a 7, 8, or a 9. So that's a 6. In fact, that's a 3, and these are a 1, 2 pair because that one can't be a 1, 2, or 3. Sorry, this one can't be a 1 or a 2, I should say, is what I meant to say. Okay, so this number here is at least 4. In fact, it's just 4 or 5. Those are the only digits that go in that cell. So that means that this digit here is a minimum of 5, just by virtue of 4 plus 1 is 5, but it can't be 5 or 6. So this is a 7, 8, or 9. Let's see. Is there an enemy cell that's interesting? This one I see can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 7, 8, 9, but I don't think that's interesting yet. One of these two is a 3 just by Sudoku. Oh, it's not that one. I see. So that one is a 3. Thank you, Sven. These are 7, 8, 9. This one is not 7. I was going to say by Knight's move, but Sven thwarted me again by seeing that that was that cell was a 7. See, all of these numbers are at least 4, and not 6. Let's see, we've got an 8 over here somewhere. That doesn't look interesting yet. There are a lot of cells that the Knight's move only sees cells that it already sees by regular Sudoku at this point in the solve. Okay, this digit at least I see is not 1, 2, 3, 4. Certainly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to use something fancy. It's not 7 because one of these two cells is 7, and it definitely sees both of those. I don't think that helps in the slightest, tiniest, teeniest bit, but we're going to make do because we're kind of desperate. Okay, this digit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's not a 3 because it sees a 3 by Knight's move. Let's see, what's left in this box? Got 1, 4, 8, and 9. Okay, so if I look at that, those aren't 8. So one of these is 8, which is immediately useful because if one of these needs to be the 8 for the box, it looks at that cell, which makes that cell a 9. Now these are a 7, 8 pair, which looks at this, so this can't be an 8 either. That 9 does look backwards over here and tell me that now one of these two is a 9, which is satisfying. I like that. And there's no repeat rule in enemies, right? It's not like, oh, that's a 9, so this can't be a 9. I don't think that's one of the rules. Interesting. I know one of these two is a 3 by Sudoku. It's possible I need to be more aggressive about doing my Sudoku in this puzzle. I did place a lot of digits right at the very beginning. One of those choose a 5. That doesn't look interesting. An 8. And 9. Yeah, I don't know a lot about 9s. Oh, I know a little bit about 9s, actually. That's actually useful. The 9 in this box, it's not in this column, and it's not there, and it's not there either because of that 9. So the 9's actually horizontal, which is useful because it goes and makes that a 1, which gives me a bunch of digits. Namely, like all of the digits in that box. And now 9 sees this from that side by Knight's move, so now that's a 9. This is the other 7, 8. These are a 1, 2, and a 5, I believe. I screwed up something here. I see what I screwed up. This digit's not a 7, 8. There's a 7, 8 pair in the row. This is just a naked 6. I didn't screw up anything else, right? Okay. I realized I had too many cells in the box, and that was a problem. Okay. Meanwhile, what about this row? One, two, these. One of these is a 4, and the other is the other 7, 8. Well, this one's not the 7, 8, I am being told by a very kind Sven. So that one's the one that's the 7, 8, and then these are 1, 2, and 5, I think, for real. Okay, we could certainly color 7, 8s, by which I mean just mark that these 7, 8s are the same in these pairs. Did that help? Do you feel better now? Not 100% sure. This digit's definitely not a 5, I see, because one of these two is a 5, and it doesn't matter which one this is, which one of them is a 5. This digit can't be 5. If it's 1 or 2, it's that 1 or 2, and if it's 4, it's that 4. Also that 4. Okay, so the remainder of these digits, I'm just going to mark in are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's not a 4. 1 is too small. This digit's never a 1 because the sum wouldn't be big enough. So this is 2, 3, or 5. This digit can't be 4 because it sees a 4 by knight's move over there. Very sneaky. So these are a 1, 2 pair, actually. Which does a few things, one of which is to take 1 and 2 out of that cell and 2 out of that cell. And the other of which is to mean that, as I said, this digit is that digit. So I'm going to give them their own ketchup color. They can be orange ketchup. Orange ketchup. So one of these two is X. I guess I don't know that much about orange ketchup, if I'm being honest. I don't think I know like anything about this arrow yet that I have not already marked. I think somehow it has not actually come to pass. This cell I see can't be a 1, 2, or 3 by various marks that I have. So therefore, this number is at least, in fact, at least 5 even. Can't be 7 or 8 either. So this is only 5 or 6. So this number here is at least 6. It's not 6, actually. Oh, in fact, this number that's at least 6 isn't 6, 8, or 9. So this number's a 7. Which means that's not a 7. And this now needs to be only a 1 or a 2. Is that right? 1, 2. Yeah, 1 or 2. Okay, now if this is not 7 anymore, then I need a 5 one here, or the sum is 7. So one of these is 5, so that isn't. So that's a 3 or a 4. Is technically something true. Does put a 7 in one of these two cells. Oh, that's not the 7, because if this was the 7, this would need to sum to 8 or 9, and it doesn't. So actually, that's the 7, which marks a 7 up in one of these 3 cells. My usual threshold, by the way, is that I'll corner mark something in 2 cells pretty freely, as long as those 2 cells share a row or column. In anti-knight, I'll usually mark something in 3 cells, as long as those 3 cells are plausibly anti-knight-ish. This puzzle's sort of like halfway in between, so I'll do something halfway in between. Okay, so this circle actually is not very large, because it's not 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's certainly at least 3. Oh, in fact, this is just a naked 5 once I actually contemplate what this could be, right? Because it can't be smaller than 3, and 3 and 4 are taken, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 are taken, so this is just a 5. And these are either 2, 3, or 1, 4. This would be, if this were, yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 2, 3, 4, based on my understanding of how 1, 2, 3, and 4 work in these cells. Oh, but this one's not 3 because there's a 3, 4, 5 triple looking at it. So that's not 3. So that's not 2. This one is 3 or 4. Possibly the same 3, 4. Possibly a different 3, 4. Who knows? Does mean one of these two cells is a 5 because that one can't be. Let's see. What else do we have? What is left in this column now? We've got a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a 6 and a 9. Well, that one's not a 1. It's not a 6 either, actually, funnily enough, because a 2-cell 6 sum would have to be 1, 5 or 2, 4, and this one can be neither. So this actually has to be the 9. 2, 7, 1, 8, both on the board. That's not a 9. Oh, this 1, 2 pair looks at this cell, so this isn't a 1 either. That's just a 6, so that's a 1. So this is 2, 7. Good. Oh, and that seems to have actually filled in this arrow, which is also appreciated. Everything going fine. What is left in this universe? A 3, 5, a 6, and an 8. It's not 5 or 6. Oh, none of those are 8 because this is 8. By Sudoku, of all things. Okay, so now... so that rules 8 out of these two cells. So the 8 in this column is now in one of these two cells. Which you'd think would do something. But somehow I think it doesn't do anything. I do see that this cell sees a 7-8 pair in a bizarro, weird way. So if I want to, I can mark that this cell can be 1, 2, but not 3 or 4. It can be 5, 6, except not either of those. It can't be 7, 8 because it sees both of those, and it can be 9. It doesn't feel like something in the spirit of this puzzle, but I'm going to mark it anyway because I like seeing... If I'm going to pick a favorite part of Anti-Night... that is a good favorite part of Anti-Night to pick. Yeah, I see I've got an 8 in one of these cells over here just by Sudoku. And it's not there because that would make the arrow add to 9, and this arrow can't add to 9. Oh, this row has actually, sorry, that 2, 7, I should say, looks down and makes that a 1 and a 4. Before I note that this row is also very heavily restricted. It is missing a 1 and a 3, so that's the 1 and that's the 3, and so that's a 3 by my corner mark. The 3 was in one of those two cells. Felt like I cheated there somehow. This is a 9 just by the column and then by the box. This is a 2. By the row, this is a 4. By the box, we've got 6, 8, 9 to go. That one's not the 9. Let's see. What about the circle? It's certainly at least 3, and yet it's not a 4. It could be a 5, I think. It's not... Oh, sorry, it could be a 6, but it's not a 7, 8, or a 9, so it's not very large by the scale of very large. It actually can't be a 6. This is a little bit silly, but I'm going to argue it anyway. If it were 6, it would have to be 2, 4, which it can't be because of these two, and it can't be 1, 5 because of those two. So sort of like different weird ways of looking at it. It's never a 6. So it's either a 3 with a 1, 2, or it looks like... okay. So it definitely has a 1 on it, because it's either 3, in which case it has to be 1, 2, or it's 5, in which case it has to be 1, 4 because of this 3. And so in all cases, it has a 1, and that 1 goes there. And so then the question is just, is this a 2 or a 4? And who knows? It could be anything. It could even be a boat. Let's see. This cell I see as a 6 or a 7 by the column. It's not an 8 because of that 8 over there. This cell's also not a 7-8 because it also sees the 7-8 pair in... No, it doesn't. Sorry. That's a lie. Don't listen to me. It doesn't see that cell because that cell's not blue. I would need that cell to be blue for that to be true. I do get that one of these is a 1, just for basically for free from Sudoku. What else can we learn about the nature and purpose of reality? Let's see. I still got this in with 8s. I'm trying to imagine that somehow these anti-night cells are useful that I have missed. Yes, I have missed one. That 2 tells me that this is a 1. Okay, so I can de-orangify. Orange is not my favorite condiment anyway. Let me know in the comments if orange is your favorite condiment. Let's see. So yeah, I know one of these is 5. Oh, this is a 2, 3, 5 triple in this column. So this is just a naked 6. Yeah, this is just a naked 6. Based on basically the fact that couldn't be, this circle couldn't be 6 that we did earlier. It turned out that was more useful than I gave it credit for at the time. Okay, now this 3 sees that 3, 4. I'm using now very generously here. Meaning it's probably been true for since time immemorial, but what are you going to do? So that's going to fill in a bunch of this stuff. Like that. It's 5 or 6. So circle is 8. The circle Xing did not really prove to be very useful. I will level with you. That is a 7 and a 4, a 2 and a 7. Basically, that just unraveled tons of stuff. This is a 5, 6 pair, so this is now known to be an 8. Let's see. This is a 5 or a 6 that's a 6 by the column. I think by column I meant row. I definitely meant row. It probably makes these videos easier to follow if I use the right words, but I only do that, some percentage of the time. But there we go. A critical hit knocks out the last of Work's minions. Unfortunately, as it tumbles to the ground, its weapon bounces away and crashes into the volcano crater, causing a huge explosion. The ground shakes violently as, with a deep roar, the volcano erupts. Now return to the main puzzle and place a 2 in the boss cell. That was a very cute puzzle. I liked that. So 2, sorry, that's not the main puzzle. A 2 in the boss cell. 2 in the boss cell. What did we unlock? Nothing? Okay, I think I put a 2 in a boss cell and I don't think it did anything. But that's going to be it for today's episode. We'll try and figure out what it did next time, I suppose. Thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll be back soon with more Super Sudokoid Part 2. So thanks, everyone. And we'll be back real soon. Oh, there's an exclamation point in the rules. Sorry, we'll do that. We'll do that next time.